From breaking people as doctor, we know dis.
The blood pressure.
To making famous actors fight back tears as the close encounter survivor.
In there, looking for the source of the tear.
These are moments when Kate McKinnon literally broke everyone's character on SNL, starting off with the famous Rudy Giuliani sketch.
They might be tortillas. We're gonna eat them and see if they're tortillas. If my butt blows after I eat it, you know that's a tortilla.
It sounds like a great process. So your team.
Yeah.
Colin Jost, or as we all know him as the news guy from SNL, just couldn't hold it in when he saw Kate's impersonation of Trump's lawyer, Rudy.
This is legally closed.
Okay.
Nuts on back. That's where a poll watcher ought to be.
The best SNL moments we got from Kate are these physical comedy moments. But then there are also these ones.
I'm sorry, are you talking about strippers?
Yeah, strippers, posters. What do you call them?
I call them. Look, I know it.
Seems like we are shipping Rudy and Trump as prostitution fiends, but they don't mind that. What they do mind, though, is losing. So Kate decided to show us that in the most hilarious way ever.
I know it's hard for you to talk about this, but you lost. So what is your plan? Rudy, what is your plan next, just like for yourself?
So Rudy's plan is to go back to the Big Apple. Not the big lettuce, right?
Hey, New York! Daddy's home. You miss me? Ow, salad! It's that famous New York lettuce. God, I love this town.
Okay, Colin was in for a ride in this one, but can you blame him? I mean, just look at what she did to the SNL cast when portraying the unlucky close encounter with an alien survivor. Not once, but twice.
I started peeing and one of the gray aliens slapped the wall and pointed at the bowl. So I got the hint, I kind of ducked, walked over the bowl, peed in it.
Yes, I see. Now, when you all awoke, were you clothed?
I mean, the two agents questioning them, who were supposed to be all serious, were slowly but surely starting to break.
It didn't hurt, it was like, I'm sorry, pardon me, Sharon. It's kind of like that. No harm, no foul.
Kind of hurts. Look, that hurts. Perhaps they were collecting biological data?
No.
The voice crack, literally fighting to stay in character, but Kate will do that to you in these sketches. Even when they did another close encounter segment, this happened.
Here's what I think was happening. You might help me out, Ted. Stand up. 1 second. Yeah, turn around. Thanks. So these guys don't have butts, regular butts. I don't think they've ever seen a crack before.
Ryan Gosling was looking around the room. He didn't know what was coming, but when it did.
So my theory is, right, they thought I had, like, broken into two pieces and they were trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Gosh, they were trying everything. I mean, they were pushing, they were slamming. They'd take one cheek, kind of jiggle it, prime it, and then...
He was literally shaking from laughter, trying to hide his literal tears. All the while, Kate was dead serious, explaining how she yet again wasn't so fortunate when she got abducted by aliens.
Last guy who did that got double-barrel pink eye. Thanks, Todd. You can sit down.
Just look at their faces. I mean, she literally broke all of their characters with that skit. Oh, but then there is Dr. Wayne.
On Fox News, here to give a second opinion is Weekend Update's resident medical expert, Dr. Wayne We Know This.
So you probably caught on to this. You probably noticed, so you know this. But if you didn't, here's some valuable information.
We know this is Greek. In English, it translates to we know this. Like we're aware of this. Why not?
Okay.
Colin just can't get a break when dealing with Kate, since almost every time he asked her and expected a "we know this," Kate mixed it up.
Now, Trump did say he's going to give the COVID drug he got to everyone who needs it for free. Is that possible or true?
No.
I thought you were going to say a little bit more, but okay, all right.
The actress and comedian was part of the SNL crew from 2012, so you would think people would expect stuff like this, but they didn't know this.
I gotta take your blood pressure.
That's okay, doctor. I'm in amazing shape.
Yes, we know this. Okay, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay.
Thank you.
So it was time for Colin to get an exam by an esteemed doctor. Wonder how that will turn out.
Blood pressure. The blood pressure.
We don't need to do this. So
Colin was broken after this move. He was fighting his smiley demons the whole time, especially when something this hilarious happens.
But Colin, the one thing that we do know is
But now to a more subtle sketch. I don't know about you, but the Honda Robotics sketch had some golden nuggets in it.
Would you like a tasty mini quesadilla?
I said no.
Would you like an ooey gooey, yummy, yummy, delicious quesadilla?
I do not.
So the robots were offering food to the visitors. What they didn't expect was Kate to say something hilarious like this.
Would you like a delicious, toasty, cheesy quesadilla?
I already had one and I didn't like it.
Would you like an ooey gooey, cheesy, delicious quesadilla?
Its face is so cold.
You know what else was cold? The way that SNL portrayed the elite apple-picking farms.
My girlfriend picked an apple so wrong, she pulled a whole branch off a tree. Now Hank says we owe $3 grand.
You also have a petting zoo. We do.
But this time around, it was Kate who broke character. And with that, she spread laughter to the whole cast.
They changed it a lot. They did.
Chickham's Apple Farm. Maybe just go to the store.
Just look at them eagerly waiting for the skit to finish, just so they can laugh their souls out. The same could be said about the Amy Adams cat commercial.
Hi, I'm Barbara Drew.
And I'm Ashley, Barbara's new girlfriend.
Just the cats don't have to know our business.
Kate was supposed to have the weird laugh, but Amy Adams adopted it as her own since it was the only way to survive this sketch without starting to laugh out loud.
She's a British short hair, so she uses the looter box.
Just look at Amy's face. She is fighting for her life, the whole time. Who wouldn't?
And in the way he looks at me in the eyes and says, "Help me, Barbara, my name is Donald Burke. I am not a cat, I'm a man! I am a man!"
So now we enter uncharted territory. Kate McKinnon acting as an old person. That was always about to break people.
These lights are so hot, I'm sweating like a mouse at a cat show. Yeah. Gosh, you look hunky tonight, huh?
So this was Kate, acting as someone who had a close encounter with O.J. Simpson. She was somebody's mom, literally.
So you just watched a porn?
Well, I didn't have my glasses on, but it sounded like someone was plunging a toilet and getting real frustrated.
Okay, all right. What are you eating, by the way? It looks like you're really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good. It's Brussels sprouts and imitation crab.
Poor Colin, yet again, is the one who has to act like the concerned news reporter. But instead,
Want one?
I
I'm going
shouldn't.
to save you one or two of these stink bombs so you can pop them during the commercial.
Really cool, but thank you. That's
you don't know what to expect, Kate. The same can be said about us. So surprise, here's a new, yup, you heard it, a 2025 version of the alien abduction skit. And guess who was literally breaking people?
Perhaps they were collecting biological data.
No, that felt super off the books.
This time, Pedro Pascal had to endure the onslaught of hilariousness from Kate.
There was one gray alien by a door just kind of peeking out. I think he was the lookout. Look, it wasn't my worst Wednesday night.
Did you see his face going from, I can handle this, to all serious? Makes it all even better. But then it was Woody Harrelson's turn.
I was carried down gently in a cradle of light, placed into a soft bed of wildflowers.
Yeah. The light laid me down like a baby in a meadow near my house.
I mean, at this point, even James Bond would crack a smile in a serious situation.
Louis, how? You have a job.
No, I don't. I got fired 6 months ago.
Excuse me?
You're excused. Who's that?
Well, Daniel Craig isn't known as someone who laughs so easily, but with Kate in these SNL skits, no one is safe.
Louis, deep quote.
Yeah, but deep quote.
The bud thing's gotta stop right now.
Imagine then, what would happen if someone who has a totally opposite reputation from Craig had to act alongside Kate? Well, that would look like this.
Visit us and see why TripAdvisor called us a stock photo you can sleep in.
And why the news called us the place that man did those things.
Kate looks totally unhinged in this one. She acts that way as well. Billy had no chance of making it through without breaking character.
We put the hospital in hospitality.
So if the parody of hotel commercials didn't get you, Kate's random hand movement definitely will.
And breakfast. And breakfast. And breakfast means morning here at Business Garden Inn and Suites and Hotel Room Inn.
Now, to one of my favorites. Kate acted as the old as dust actress, Debette Goldry.
It's an honor to be. Where am I?
It's great to be here, and Debette, I have been dying to meet.
And I have been slowly dying.
So Emma Stone and Jennifer Aniston were in for a ride of their lives, just by looking at the start of it. But when good old, bruised, and abused Debette started interacting with them, they just gave up.
Tell me about it. They used to make me do a whole screen test just for my toot.
What part of your body is your toot?
I'll give you two guesses and they're both right.
Jennifer tried to play it off, but Kate, Debette, didn't want to let it go so easily.
Stuff like Botox. So what they do is they make a little incision on your forehead, pour in pancake batter. A hot day, it would start to smell like breakfast. That's why they call it breakfast head at Tiffany's.
This joke stopped the whole skit for a good 5 seconds. Everyone was just fighting to keep their laughs in.
It's called breakfast at Tiffany's.
Whatever you say, little miss, I pick my own boyfriends.
But in the end, the joke about arranged marriages within the industry just ended the whole skit. But that wasn't all from Debette. She came back when women talked about their struggles in the movie industry.
A Hollywood legend whose career spans 8 decades. She's worked with Humphrey Bogart, the great Debette Goldry.
It's a pleasure to be alive.
Kate is so good. That was hilarious. All the girls knew what they were in for, and still, all of them couldn't manage to get through the skit without breaking character.
They'd have a little man run over, give me a shot of amphetamine to say my line. Stop hitting me with that shovel, Clark Gable. And then more opium. You girls know how it is.
No, we don't. Is that a thing that happened?
Margot Robbie, who was playing English actress Keira Knightley, was barely letting words out of her mouth. But just when they thought it was done, Kate had this hilarious improv piece.
Okay, that's all the time we have.
Well, I know what that means. All right, you krauts, get your kicks while you can.
Come on, Kate. Don't do them dirty like that. But I guess Kate's character, Debette, had a pretty rough life in the industry, that's for sure. Speaking of rough, Adele had a rough time filming with Kate in the parody for the African tourism commercial.
The culture, the food, the nightlife, tribesmen. Their history and lush.
So when they were naming things that can only be found in Africa and why you should visit, Kate decided to go dark and say something all of us were thinking as well.
The coconut water. You're gonna want that coconut water. Last night?
Adele was barely over the first joke, and this one just additionally added coconut water to the wound. That's how you say it. It's not salt.
The mountains, the ranges, the rhythm, the drums, the pounding. The fanning yourself with a palm between rounds.
After this skit, Adele needed some fanning, since she was sweating bullets. Who wouldn't? Kate's just that funny. Just look at her making other comedians such as Pete Davidson totally lose it.
Teacher's on the ground, like a silly little girl. Well, I'm not a little girl, and I didn't fall.
Yes, you did. Do you want to, like, get up, though?
So the teacher fell down and broke her legs. But she doesn't want to admit it. Instead, she guilt trips her students.
Covered head to toe in stinky trash. That's not funny. Spaghetti in my hair.
I think that is funny.
And we have to agree with Jonah Hill, it is funny. Not just this moment, but almost every moment with Kate McKinnon. What's your favorite SNL moment with her? Let us know in the comments below.